Hey everybody, Jay Spajman for HuntStand. It's January. Most big game seasons are over or right at the tail end, but there's still some great opportunities, some great hunting to be had that's not only fun, but will help ensure the survival of those big game species that we all love to hunt, and that's getting out there and calling predators in close. Now, I will tell you the predator calling game has changed a lot over the past 2 decades. When I first started predator hunting, you could go out there with hand calls, a scratchy electronic caller, turn on a dying rabbit, and usually about 75% of the time, 3 out of 4 stands is what we figured up. We'd have a coyote come in close and we were able to harvest that coyote. Now, that started to change drastically. Our percentages started to drop and drop and drop, all the way down to about 1 in every 5 or 1 in every 6 stands. And the reason for that is twofold. One, predator hunting became way more romanticized. More people started getting out there and doing it. As electronic callers improved and the ability to download different sounds and things like that increased, more people started getting out there. They realized it was a lot of fun. Plus, access is plentiful. Not only can you gain knock-on-door permission to hunt predators, but there's tons of public land out there that you can access. So more people started going. So what we had to do was we had to really evolve in our approach to how we went about calling coyotes so that we could keep that fur count up during these late winter months. And the biggest thing we started doing was we started scouting more and we started hunting a lot less. And by scouting more, what we put an emphasis on was paying attention to the prey the predators in the area we were hunting were keying on. This isn't a hard thing to do. One of the first things we noticed was almost in every habitat we hunted, there was abundance of bird life. And what we started to do was really do some research on these birds. Right down to the exact species: robin, meadowlark, blue jay, woodpecker, different types of woodpeckers, flycatchers, all these different types of birds. Because what we found is you could go to manufacturers' websites of the digital calling units that we're using and download those exact bird sounds. And the more precise we were, the more coyotes we started to call in. The same held true when we were looking at other types of prey in areas. Prairie dogs. When we got into areas where prairie dogs were thick, we started using prairie dog sounds, stepping outside the realm of just going, oh, a dying rabbit or a screeching rabbit. We started doing different types of sounds. Pronghorn out on the prairie became a huge sound for us. When we set up to call and there's herds of pronghorn off in the distance and things like that, we went with the pronghorn distress. A lot of deer and turkey calls and things like that down on river bottom habitats like what's behind me. We started to adjust our game and did a ton of scouting to find out what the predators in the area were preying on, and then we matched those sounds, and then we started killing a lot more coyotes, and you will too. Another big tip: get off the beaten path. Get out there, use your HuntStand app, find those isolated portions of public tracks where you can get in and get into a lot of predators, call them in close. You're gonna have a blast. I'm Jay Spajman for HuntStand.